Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone. This is your English teacher from At-Tamayyuz Model School for Boys. Inshallah, in this video, we are going to complete our lessons from Unit 8, which is about the power of technology. In this video, inshallah, we are going to study Lesson 7 and 8. So let's get started. In this video, more specifically, you are going to learn three things. You are going to learn about the new vocabulary of the lesson. You are going to learn more about something called smart clause, and in the end of this video, you have some set book questions that you have to memorize for the final exam. So let's get started. Before we start, we studied something called home appliances. Which appliance do you need to keep your house cool in summer? Of course, one of the results of modern technology, something that we use at home or even at work that keep our houses and places cool in summer. Who knows? Who can tell me the name of the device which keep our house cool in summer? Yes, exactly. It's the air conditioner. Some people can say the fan. Also make our house cool in summer. So this is the air conditioner. On the other hand, we have something that can make our house warm. Warm, the opposite of cool, it's warm. So what devices do you need to keep your houses warm in winter? Yes, exactly, it's the heater. It is the heater which keep our houses warm in winter. Okay, what kind of clothes are they and what might they do? Look at the picture. Do you think they are outlandish clothes? Do you think they are unfamiliar to you? Exactly. We have something which is unfamiliar to us, which is outlandish. Okay, what are they going to do or what might they do for you in the future? We will study in details these ideas. First of all, we have to know the vocabulary or the keywords of this lesson. And the first one that we have today, it's anniversary. Repeat after me, please. Anniversary. Anniversary. Anniversary, it's the date or the time on which an event took place. So if something happens or we celebrate something every year, so it's the anniversary. So when we celebrate the National Day, so it's the anniversary of the independence of Kuwait. Every year, once a year. Repeat after me, anniversary. The second word, you always see such a thing when a patient is in hospital, for example, because it's the heart rate. The heart rate, the speed of the heartbeat. You know that the heart is beating. You know, the heart is beating. So if we measure the speed of this beat, it's called heart rate. Repeat after me, heart rate. Next, of course, all of us recharge our mobile phones. So recharge, it's a verb. It means to restore electrical power in a device. So if my device or if my phone, if my laptop battery is out of charge, is out of electricity, so I have to recharge. Recharge means to restore power in a device. Next, when I say don't forget to do something, so what I'm doing, if I'm reminding you, to remind someone, it means to cause someone to remember something or someone. When I say please remind me of your number because I don't remember. Please remind me of your name because I forgot your name. So to cause someone remember something or someone, it is to remind. Remind. Next, word number 5, terminal. Terminal. Repeat after me. Terminal. Terminal, of course, has different meanings, but the meaning that we need in our lesson, which is a device at which a user enters data or data for a computer system. So the cashier uses a terminal. If you use the KNet to pay for things, so the KNet is a terminal. The KNet device is a terminal. If you enter information using a keyboard for any device, so this device or this keyboard is a terminal. Okay, repeat after me. It's a terminal. Torso, it's a very important word. If you consider your body without your hands, without head, without legs, so this is your torso, the trunk of the human body. So if I talk about my body without the head, without the arms, without the leg, it's the torso. Repeat after me, torso. Next, transmit. Transmit. Transmit, it's a verb. It means to send a signal. So when I transmit, when we send messages to someone, so these messages are transmitted. Sending electrical signal is called transmit. Transmit. Trespass. Trespass. Again, trespass. Trespass is to enter someone's land or property without permission. So if I trespass someone's house, so I enter this house without permission. If I trespass someone's land, so I got this land or I entered this land without permission. So the meaning of trespass, to enter someone's property without permission. The last word that we have today, it comes from the word wear. Of course, we wear clothes, we wear glasses. So the person who wears something is called wearer. Wearer. Wearer is the person who is wearing something, especially an item of clothing or even glasses. Okay? Repeat after me again from the beginning. Anniversary, heart rate, recharge, remind, terminal, torso, transmit, trespass, wearer. These are the main vocabulary of this lesson. Have a look at them in meaningful sentences, and it will be like this. When I say tomorrow is the 30th anniversary of the liberation of Kuwait. Tomorrow is the 30th anniversary of the liberation of Kuwait. For example, any event, if we're talking about the celebration of this event every year, is called anniversary. Older people should measure their heart rate regularly. Of course, older people should measure their heart rate regularly. I always leave my phone to recharge at night. Most of us recharge their phones at night. Recharge to restore the battery or the electricity or electrical power in a device is called recharge. Could you remind Ali about his appointment tomorrow? Maybe Ali will forget the appointment, so please, could you remind Ali about his appointment tomorrow? The cashier uses a specific terminal to finish your deal. If you are paying for your things at the cashiers, so you are using, or he is using, a terminal. Terminal, it's a device which is used to enter data for a computer. Some boys take off double F. Some boys take off double F. OFF. Take off their shirts Why? To show their tanned torso. Some people like to get tanned bodies, so they take off shirts to show their tanned torso. The final match is transmitted live on beIN Sport Max. So this match is live or transmitted live on beIN Sport Max, for example. I hope we are not trespassing a private land. Some people are worrying or are walking somewhere and they are worried if they are trespassing a private land. The final sentence, the last sentence, clothes, of course, say a lot about the wearer. So you can always know about someone from his clothes. So clothes, of course, say a lot about the wearer. So these are the words in meaningful sentences. Here are the meanings in Arabic. Please write them down. Please memorize them. They are very important to be able to translate from English to Arabic and from Arabic to English. Now, please open your student book, page 66. What do we have here in this page? First of all, we have something about smart clothes. Here is an article about smart clothes of the future. We have a question here. Which of the clothes do you think would be most useful? Here we have different type of clothes, smart clothes of the future. I'm asking you a question now. Which of them do you think would be the most useful? Take your time. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Again, my question is, which of the clothes do you think would be the most useful and why? To answer this question, let's read together this article about smart clothes. In a few years, we will be able to buy smart clothes which can control our temperature, keeping us cool in the summer and warm in the winter. One company is already working on smart trainers that we wear on our feet, which can generate electricity as you walk. Power an electrical terminal you wear on your torso. Other clothes will help to save lives by checking the wearer's heart rate and blood pressure and transmitting this information to a doctor. Life-saving ski jackets will heat up if the wearer's body temperature falls too low and will transmit a message to a satellite to help rescue teams to find the wearer. So in an answer to the question, which of the clothes do you think would be the most useful? Of course, the answer depends from one student to another. As for me, the last one is very important. When we have some information transmitted to a doctor or transmitted to rescue teams to find the wearer and to locate him, to find his location, which is very important. Some people sometimes got sick or have some health problems and nobody knows about them. But if we have some kind of clothes which can transmit information to rescue teams to find him and rescue him, it's very important, by the way. So this is an answer to our question. On page 67, we have something different. It's very important. It is about something called RopoMate. RopoMate. You know, some words use the word mate. I can say classmate, I can say teammate, you can say roommate, and so on. But what is robomate? Mate means a friend. It means we have a robot friend. This is an advertisement for a new household robot. Household means it is used at home. Which of RoboMate's abilities would you find the most useful? Here we have some abilities. You're going to read about the abilities of the RoboMate and tell me which of them is the most useful. Take your time. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. In an answer to this question, what do you think robots can do for you in the future? We have, of course, many things. You don't have to memorize all of them. At least you have to memorize 3 or 4 only. But let's have a look. Which of RoboMate's abilities would you find the most useful? You have to choose 3 or 4 from them. First of all, it can translate between languages. It's very important, translating from English to Arabic, Arabic to English, French to English, and so on between languages. You can ask it to do jobs around the house for you. It particularly likes the job you find boring. Some jobs are boring for us, like cleaning, like washing, and so on. So it can do the jobs in the house. 3, it can look after the house when you go out. If you are out of the house, someone is trespassing your house, so the RoboMate will phone you to look after the house when you go out. If you are away and you want to check that everything is okay at home, of course, you can see what is going on through a special webcam. So the RoboMate would have a webcam to check that everything is okay. It can remember everything you tell and remind you about important dates like birthdays, anniversaries, and so on. So reminding you about important dates is very important. The last one, its batteries last for 48 hours without recharging. So imagine you have a RoboMate friend, it's a robot friend which can help you for 48 hours without recharge. These are the abilities that we can find in a RoboMate. The last part of our lesson today is about setbook questions. As I said, they are very important. You have to memorize them. Please write them down and work hard. The first question here, who can read? Yes, mention some things which a RoboMate can do for us. In other words, what can a RoboMate do for us? As I said, you have to memorize 3 or 4. It can translate languages. It can look after the house if someone trespasses it. You can see what's going on through a special webcam and remind you about important dates. All these things are the things that a RoboMate can do for you. Question number 2. How does using fossil fuel destroy nature? Fossil fuel, we studied before that something is called fossil fuel, which is taken from the underground. Who can give me examples of fossil fuel? Excellent. Coal, gas, and oil. All these are fossil fuels. They pollute the environment. And drilling for oil destroys animal habitat. Of course, when we drill to find oil, we destroy animal habitat. In the future, cars will be improved. Explain. Or not car engines, more specifically, cars in the future will be different. But if we talk about the engines, they will be more efficient and economical. They will not consume too much fuel. Engines will make less pollution and use less fuel. Okay, question number 4. If I ask you, some people predict that traffic jams will end by 2020 or 2020. Explain. Are we going to have an end to traffic jams later? Of course, if we talk about 2020, because the book was written, the book was prepared maybe 10 years ago. So they mean in the near future, we will have an end to traffic jams. Explain. Okay, cars will travel themselves along smart roads. Here is the answer. Cars will travel themselves along smart roads. We will be able to buy flying cars. So we have two things that scientists predict about traffic jams in the future. The last question here, question number 5, smart clothes might help saving lives in the future. Discuss or explain, what can smart clothes do for us? Yes, exactly. They will control the body temperature. They will check the heart rate. They will be or they will transmit information to rescue teams to rescue the person. This is the end of our lesson today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in other videos. Inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.